Oh, okay.
Get Jeremiah 49.
Shit, right in the back. Right there.
Check the audio, brother.
Yeah.
All right, Shalom. Want to give all praises, honor, and glory unto
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakakwadash.
Want to give double honors unto the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, and say peace, mercy, and blessings to all the hopeful elect. The name of the Heavenly Father is Yahweh, and that means He exists or He's to be. The name of the Son is Yahweh Shai, that means He's the deliverer. All right, and we are the Hebrew Israelites, and there's 12 tribes. All right. Today, the tribes are being called so-called Negro, Latino, Native American, but we're the Israelites. See, these are bywords and proverbs that were put upon us to conceal our true identity. All right. And self-proclaimed white man is Esau. All right. Esau, Edom. And according to Bible prophecy, Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followed. Okay. So this man's world is ending, and the saints are getting ready to take the kingdom. All right. Got it.
The book of Jeremiah, chapter 49, verse 7. Concerning Edom, thus saith the Lord of hosts, is wisdom no more in Teman?
Yeah, Teman represents what? The wise man of Esau. You know, but the Most High is taking that wisdom. Most High is taking that wisdom from you. Because all wisdom comes from Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. All right, you got to remember, this man is a caveman. He took him from the state of a caveman and put him on the level of a ruler over the earth. Can you get Daniel 4:17? All right, he put the basis of man, all right, in the position to rule over the earth, man. All right, a caveman. All right. Yeah.
Concerning Edom, thus saith the Lord of hosts, is wisdom no more in Teman? Is counsel perished from the prudent? Is their wisdom vanished?
Yeah, and that wisdom is vanishing, man. All right. All them sacrifices to Satan, they ain't working though. They ain't gonna help us. All right. All them, you know, and we in so-called the month of May. May 1st, you have what? May Day. So this is a high satanic season. All right, you can feel a demonic activity out here, and you smell it. You know, it's evil. It's wicked. It says what? The days are evil. You know, you got it, brother. Get it.
4 and 8.
4 and 17.
This is the book of Daniel, chapter 4 and 17, and it reads, "This matter is by the decree of the watchers, and the demand by the word of the Holy One."
Who are the watchers? Watchers are the angels, right?
To the intent that the living may know that the Most High ruleth in the kingdom of men.
That's right. Who are the living? The living are the people, you know, that inhabit the earth. All right, mankind. That's the living. All right, but the Most High is in control of this earth. He controls what kingdom going to rule, what kingdom is going to come out of power. So right now, the Esau is the rulership, man. With Esau rulership, all right, we're in the time of Jacob's trouble. That's going to turn into Esau's trouble. But right now, Esau is experiencing the curses. The Most High is putting the belt to his ass. You know, pretty soon the Most High is going to get on Jake too. The Most High is going to put the belt on Jake's ass too. All right. One more time.
This is Daniel 4 and 17. This matter is by the decree of the watchers and the demand by the word of the holy ones, to the intent that the living may know that the Most High ruleth in the kingdom of men, and giveth it to whomever so he will.
That's right. So that's why in Job it says the earth was given into the hand of the wicked. So he gave it to the wicked right now. The wicked is the basis of man. That's Esau Edom. You know,
That's what you like you just said. He lifted up and he set us down. You know what I'm saying? You know, he won't choose the kings. You know, more rule. He make the choices. So some people think they vote matters, but it really ain't true. It's the Heavenly Father. You know, it's His will. It's His will who's gonna rule not going to rule. So your voice, so you're going out to that voting poll, think you making a difference, you're really not. Because Heavenly Father put spirits on those elites to choose who's going to do what they got to do to push their agenda further.
Right.
You know, that's what.
And stay strong, man, because you can feel the demons, demonic activities ramping up.
Yeah.
You know, brothers getting attacked in sleep.
I can yell. Yeah.
You know, you're having fucking bad dreams or car fucking up. You know, people around you, demons can hop on them to mess with you.
Right.
You know, we're in the last days.
Right.
Get that. Want to say something, brother?
Oh no, I was just going time.
We'll get Ephesians 4, you start at 14. Because it says the days are evil. So with that, you gotta know that you're in a spiritual battle, man. You just go ahead, bro.
Yeah, just that you just said that, I was getting, like, demons was fucking with me this morning, these past few days.
It was
my dreams.
It was a fight to get down there.
Yeah.
Last night I was being attacked. I had to kept waking up, use the restroom, use my inhaler. Like, damn, man. So you barely sleeping, so you already tired.
Yep.
Do get up.
Yeah, getting sick. I was messed all up, man, this whole week. I was like, damn near couldn't breathe. What was it? On Friday, Thursday. I ain't go to work that Friday. I called in and shit. Couldn't breathe.
You want to get groceries, motherfuckers at the store, getting in, fighting.
Mm-hmm.
It's the last days, man. Can you get 2 Corinthians 10? I think that's start at 4. Yeah, we're gonna have to start fasting more, man.
Yeah.
Praying, studying. Because the way Esau got the society set up, he got you worried about paying bills. So you living paycheck to paycheck, so you're stressed about money. But really, that's all a distraction. That's all it is.
You said Ephesians 4?
4:14.
So this is the book of Ephesians 4 and 14. And it reads that we henceforth be no more children, tossed to and fro and carried about with every wind of doctrine.
Yeah, everyone a doctrine. You should. That's why I said study to show yourself approved. Because calling on Jesus, Most High, Christ, blessed, that's another winning doctrine. Saying that the mark of the beast is something spiritual, it's embargo. That's another winning doctrine. See, if you were studying and praying and asking the Most High to sup with you, then these things can be shown unto you. So you wouldn't be swayed. Go ahead.
Okay.
By the sleight of men and cunning craftiness, whereby they lie and wait to deceive, but speaking the truth in love may grow up into him in all things, which is the head, even the anointed, from whom the whole body fitly joined together and compacted by that which every joint supplieth, according to the effectual working in the measure of every part, maketh increase of the body unto the edifying of itself in love. This I say, therefore, and testify in the Lord Yahweh, that ye henceforth walk not as other Gentiles walk, in the vanity of their mind, having the understanding darkened, being alienated from the life of the Most High.
I'm sorry, brother. Ephesians 5 and 16. That's a good one.
Oh,
too.
5 and 16.
That's a good one too, because it talks about putting off the old man.
Kind.
Because it's a constant fight, between the things that you used to do or you were accustomed to doing before you came into the truth.
Right.
And you still got to fight your flesh.
Fight. Good fight.
You know.
So this is Ephesians 5 and 16. And it reads, redeeming the time because the days are evil.
Yeah, it says redeeming the time. Why is that? Because there's a lot of shit out here to distract you and waste your time. You actually got to redeem time to make videos, to study. Sometimes you be tired as hell. Fucking place. This place is set up to wear out the saints. It's more than that.
Right. Wherefore be ye not unwise, but understanding.
Don't be unwise.
Right. Forward it up. The books. books in the bags. There's wind out here. This is Ephesians 5:16, redeeming the time because the days are evil.
Well, that's exactly what we're talking about. Like you're in a spiritual fight.
Right,
You know, the Satan like, shut up, not the camera.
right.
Like, damn, bro. A lot of times when you do be doing lessons, somebody might text you or call, and now you gotta edit the video. Like, bro, nobody wanted to talk to me all day. As soon as I hit record, text, come in. Now you gotta edit the video. You know?
Right.
From the top again.
This is
That's to
Ephesians.
let you know that this is real.
Right.
Like, these demons, they really pissed off. There's nothing you can do. Lord, when you elect, it's nothing that you can do.
Right. This is Ephesians 5:16, and it reads, redeeming the time because the days are evil.
So we redeem the time every weekend to get out of it. But we also do so during the week so that we can do our lesson. What the apostles say, they made the decree 3 videos a week. It used to be 1 video a week, then it went to 2, then it went to 3. You know, so we're just trying to give diligence to make our call and election short. Sometimes we might do more. You know? We're just doing what we can. You know, because you gotta use your own talent. You might not be on doing as much as the next brother, but that's all right. You know, you do what the Spirit have you do. You know, but as long as you're doing and you're growing, that's what it's about. It's about growing, being in motion. You know, because stagnant pond turns to water. That's what's going. You want to be flowing. Like Bruce Lee said, you know, water, my friend.
Water. 17. Wherefore be ye not unwise, but understanding.
Yeah, to be unwise would be what? To take your hand off the plow. That would be unwise.
Yo, Bobby the Shark, and I say, yo, so even if you know what taking your hand off of your plow is too, it's not just you not doing the work either. It's even for a second you looking back on something that you supposed to have gave up. You know what I'm saying? That's also going to taking off the plow. Look that up.
That's the Spirit.
Yep, you know what I'm saying? They ain't, I just thought that you just not doing work, period. Like, nah. Is you like looking back of old friends you trying to get back around, or an old woman that the Lord don't took from you and you want to get back with her, or picking up habits that you supposed to have kicked. You know what I'm saying? That's what taking your hand off the plow called. You know?
That's why I said to remember Lot's wife, because if you look back, then you're going to end up being destroyed. Because you look back to what? That's a distraction.
Yeah.
You know, that's the only thing behind us is distraction.
Yep, that's goes to you being distracted. Lord looking at you being distracted, and He may blow your candle out, your candlestick, because you're being distracted too much. Or things that's in your past, He moves them out of your life for a reason. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because He knows it's going to get hindered to do His work.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
But that's part of the old man. Killing off the old man. That goes into your youthful lust.
Lust, yeah.
You used to, love certain things.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? But they were what? They were connected to evil.
Evil. Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So a lot of the scriptures intertwine.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? It just don't mean one thing. It can mean multiple things.
Yep.
You know?
Different labels.
Yeah.
This is Luke 9:62. It says, and Yahushua said unto him, no man having put his hand to the plow and looking back is fit for the kingdom of Yahushua. If you're plowing, you gotta be focused. I'm gonna read the lecture right here. It says Yahushua made it clear that he must be the top priority in a disciple's life, even above one's family. Now, does that mean you just shit on your family? No. But you have to understand the Most High's jealous power. He comes first. So it'd be wise if you put the Most High first. The Most High, jack your family. I'm so you put them first. See what I'm saying?
See, like He did to Ezekiel, He did that to his wife. You know what I'm saying? And that way the wife represent the temple. You know what I'm saying? You know, the temple coming down, but we love that temple to go sacrifice. So Lord took away the temple, so we can't have a sacrifice anymore. We had to go to the outer shrine. And that's in Ezekiel, the wife represents that. He took away his wife so he can, trust on him and do the work. You know what I'm saying? That goes at the temple. The woman represents Israel.
That happens to a lot of people. So you might have lost a woman, or you might deal with a woman, you might like her, but then she'll do something, you say, like, man, I gotta cut this bitch off. Well, that's really the how about Chanel shot. Like, fuck it, man. You know? Like going into, Spirit God is going into demons and distractions.
Right.
Trying to stop you from doing the work.
I was just saying some shit like that. You know what I'm saying?
Fucking face planted in their phone. It's a green light.
Oh, I see the 18 wheelers doing that. They be pulling into the yard.
Crazy. Yeah, see?
Yo, you in that vehicle takes a while to stop. You can't just be on your phone and that.
Oh, hell
Yeah.
not doing that. Nah.
Yeah.
They call a dude, right? This motherfucker was watching porn while he's driving an 18-wheeler, and he just ran to kill somebody.
Damn.
In the mug shot looking sick. That's those demons, man.
That's crazy.
No, it's crazy. This is Luke 9:62. Yahushua made it clear that he must be the top priority in the disciples' life. Now, of course, you have balance, man. Balance is very important in this truth, man. You know where that scripture at? Just Proverbs 11:1. Baba Kashab. I believe that's it. Yeah, that's it.
This is Proverbs 11:1. A false balance is an abomination. A false balance is abomination. And to the Lord Yahweh, by Hashem Yahweh Shai, but a just weight is his delight.
So you need balance. That's why brothers have hobbies and other things that they're into. It's not wrong with that. We brothers encourage you to do that. You know why? That's going to be your mentor. Because it said that what the word he ate it, John said he ate it, became bitter. Yeah, me personally, it became bitter. So you gotta balance that out. You know what I mean? You gotta touch the balance. That's why brothers are into working out. Spirit is heavy into what? Getting into fitness and getting the proper diet. Because all the food out here in the city is fake, right? You know?
It's straight trash. No real nutrients in it. Just packed full of calories. Fatten you up for what? To kill.
Oh, yes. It says, Yahushua made it clear that he must be the top priority in the disciples' life. So you have to balance that out, man. You keep Yahweh Shem Yahushua as the top priority. But then, of course, you have balance. Because you might be in a situation where you have your family. Just balance it out. You know what I mean? You have a hobby, balance it out with the truth. Some brothers are into boxing, or you might be into drawing, whatever you're into, man. You don't have to give that up. When I first was coming, I thought you had to give it up. So a lot of stuff we just gave. Now, of course, we was rapping. That shit's wicked. We're not trying to be the next Lil Wayne or Jay-Z because we understand they had to sell their soul. You know, but certain things that you're into, that's actually good for you. You know what I mean? Keeps you balanced, you know. It says, the metaphor pictures looking over your shoulder while plowing, making it impossible to plow a straight furrow. So if you're plowing, you're looking over,
Right.
you're going to go off.
Yeah.
You're going to fuck it up. So you got it, know what I mean?
Stay focused.
It says, Christians cannot follow Yahweh Shai by looking back. We must focus on him as we move ahead at his command. So we ain't looking back at this place.
Right. Keep it moving. Like how they say in the world, keep it moving.
Camera.
You heard? But keep it moving. Just keep moving.
This shit is dark and dismal anyway.
Yeah, and if you lose something, that's really the most I do in your favor. Yeah, I remember my woman, she told me that's linked up with another man. I was like, hey, oh, do me a favor. Oh, yeah.
Please tell me. Thank you. So I ain't wasting my time so I can move on. You know what I'm saying? You know, so I can, invest my time into another, that's going to, you know what I mean? It's we can't be out here swinging and shit. There's too many STDs, diseases. We can't, you know what I mean? Like the man can have multiple women, but is it expedient? You know?
Yeah, we invest our time to the Lord, man. This is
Right.
this is the thing with the ultimate payout.
Right.
You know, let's get back to
Yeah.
this is the like you have investments.
What's good, brother?
This investment has the
man.
highest ROI.
All right. Peace.
This has the highest return on investment.
Yeah.
You're gonna get a crown. Both sides gonna set you as a judge, judging the nations. You know? I was watching the brothers Saints and Persia was going into that. Man. Got it?
What, back to Ephesians?
Yeah.
Yo, yeah. Yesterday, yeah. Gotta finish watching it today. Watching it.
This is Ephesians 5:16, redeeming the time, because the days are evil. Wherefore be ye not unwise, but understanding what the will of the Lord Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai is.
And what is the will of the Lord, Yahweh Shem Yahushua? What did he tell Peter? What did he tell Peter 3 times?
Feed my sheep.
He said, "You love me, feed my sheep." You know, and you might come out, you might say, "Well, nobody's listening, nobody's watching my channel." That don't matter. The Lord told Ezekiel, prophesy to the wind. The Lord is still pleased with the work that we're doing, because faith without works is dead. So we're doing the work ultimately to show our faith to Yahweh Shem Yahushua. We don't really care who believes us or not. That's just how it is. It says, so what if some did not believe?
Right.
You know?
Got people walking past me, riding past, looking at us like we weird, like we crazy. They wasting their time. They think they some man from the Lord, talking crazy. They probably, scoffing in the car and looking at their passenger like, you see these motherfuckers, you know what I'm saying? You know what they saying,
Yeah, but in that same breath, they've been marked.
Mark.
You know what I'm saying? Just like us, we've been time stamped to say, hey, we was here at this time, this day. You know what I'm saying? And what we were doing was doing the will of the Lord. You know what I'm saying? So it's not going unnoticed. Just like that one brother walked by a couple weeks ago, he said, yo, I ain't gonna lie, y'all been out here like faithful, like in the cold. You know what I'm saying? So people know, just because they not so-called listening, they still can say, yeah, I seen so-and-so up there on the, up there down on Main Street.
In the cold, all types of weather.
You know what I'm saying?
At least I can say, they might not agree with it, but at least they can say, yeah, I'm dedicated.
Exactly.
I'm saying,
Right.
dedicated, they believe in a strong.
Yeah.
You can't knock it.
Right.
We don't care about how can they give us, but still, they see we're doing the work, they see we're out here, and they can't, and they gotta watch, and they see what we've been saying, it's happening. It's happening. So you can't, either with a lot of our people be pride. They know that we're telling the truth, but they don't want to
Admit it that they was wrong.
They don't want
Yeah.
to kneel to the kneel to the truth.
That's even happening inside Israel. That's where you get your Bishop Nate from.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? From old beefs.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
You know, it just be some shit from back in the day that motherfucker can't get over.
Oh,
You know what I'm saying? Because their elders and our elders went to school together. So they had they run-ins. You know what I'm saying? And they had their disagreements. See what I'm saying? And the school ultimately split because of those disagreements. See? And it reads, verse 18, and be not drunk with wine wherein is excess.
That's drag. That means this philosophy of this world, man. Don't get caught up in the politics and religion and the hate days in this world, man.
Right.
All this fun shit. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Getting caught up in all the bullshit. That's the wine, man. He said, be not drunken. Don't get caught up. Don't get your mind off this place. Don't drink what Esau is giving you, man. Because what he gonna do? He's gonna get you drunk and then he's gonna shame you. See. He said he gonna make fun of his brother nakedness. And look at you, see your people, but he gave you the damn bottle, put the bottle to your mouth.
Right.
Remember how we said, how we say in the world, when you drink, you pull your own troubles. You know what I'm saying? You gotta pull your own troubles.
Right.
Don't let them never give you a bottle to drink. Then you get in that car, you get into an accident, and you kill yourself, kill everybody else. That's how this is spiritually. That's how Esau doing to our people.
Yeah.
Giving them the bottle to drink, and get in that car and crash, and kill themselves and kill everybody else. Because they follow behind a wicked ass man. And they run this,
I'm sorry. I was gonna say, what's a good example of that? Feminism.
Feminine, yep,
Because it
yep.
happened to these women. They're drinking from that bottle,
Mhm.
and now you're crashing because you're 40 years old. You don't have no children,
Yep.
no husband, but you have a career. You have a PhD though. There's a lot of people with college degrees that are homeless. You know, you have a bachelor's degree, you're homeless.
Right.
What's that say about this country? I mean, you went to war for this nation, and you're on the side of the road where anything helps them.
Right.
That should tell you that this is Babylon, place of great confusion. So all the wine that they offer you is only to poison you. Then Esau, I'm sorry. Then Esau points at you and laughs at you, calls you lazy, pull yourself up by the bootstrap. The system was built against us.
Yes.
But even deeper than that, you got millionaires and billionaires that's miserable. They got money, but they don't have their family. Okay, they children hate them because they work there for the baseball, football games, whatever. You know what I'm saying? So when you gain, when it says, what does it profit a man to gain the world, but then yet lose his soul? Okay, but you lose things, people along the way.
Don't they say that when you get riches, there's much sorrow with it?
Exactly.
Because then you get women that really don't love you. They just with you because you got some money.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Then you got unwanted friends, fake friends around you because you're rich.
Yeah, when you got money, you got people, you got kiss asses. They just kiss and ass because they know you got money.
Right.
They let you lose that money.
Right.
You know, then they gonna. That's what I think MC Hammer happened to that. That's an example of that. You know?
Right. Well, yeah, you know, so people gonna let you know how they feel about you, you know what I'm saying, based off of money. But it says money is the root of all evil. For the love of money, excuse me. Money itself, there's nothing wrong with having money. It's just what you do to get it and what you do with it when you got it. You see what I'm saying? So, but people, you know what I'm saying, they're gonna be around you, they're gonna be all, you know, happy-go-lucky, but as soon as you lose those fortunes, then you lose those fake friends. You see?
Look around for your benefit, because what you can do for them.
Right.
See what they can gain off of you.
I mean, just like even with friendships in the world, man, you might be around certain fellows just because y'all have connection with drinking, smoking weed. You know what I'm saying? Fornicating with women. You know, the lust. You know what I mean?
Once you aren't doing that no more, then they split away from you.
Right.
Check this out. It says, Dear KJV reading community, this is a temporary emergency website. Hackers attempted to gain control. Hey, this is KJV Bible, man.
Oh yeah, they was going in that. Yeah, they was talking about that the other day. I think Sanctuary Church.
That's to tell you, family of the word is coming. You know, you can't even get on here and look up the scriptures. You know what I mean? You can't even go to Bible.com no more because they didn't hack this.
Yeah. Oh, I know y'all saw that they had the Bible reading day in the White House.
Yeah, I heard.
Y'all seen that? And Trump was actually reading the scripture that was prophesizing the Edomites' demise. You know what I'm saying? I forget because it was like about a week or two ago. About a week, and you know.
It was like Hex. What's his name? Hexath. He was doing that too. He read the same.
Yeah, because it was a Bible reading day at the White House.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And he was reading his own destruction.
Exactly. Oh yeah. Before that. Yeah. So this place is cuckoo, man, for Cocoa Puffs.
That goes to show you Yahweh Shai got a sense of humor. He had to put the spirit on them to read that book.
Right.
So they can read about they curse
Right.
they curse themselves. What the scripture said, who that curses the devil curses himself. He can curse himself.
This is Sirach 13 and 20. As the proud hate humility, so doth the rich uphold the poor. A rich man beginning to fall is held up of his friends, but a poor man being down is thrust away by his friends. See that goes on how they treat the rich. But that shit is real deceptive, man. You know? It says when a rich man is fallen, he had many helpers. He speaketh things not to be spoken, and yet men justify him.
Yeah.
The poor man slipped and yet they rebuked him too.
Yeah.
He spake wisely and could have no place. When a rich man speaketh, every man holdeth his tongue and look what he said and extolled it to the clouds. That's how I show you how people piss up people who got money.
It's not respect of the person spirit.
Well, that's DJT, man.
Yeah.
All this bullshit he been spewing since he been in office for the second time.
Yep.
The one where he said with the C dash 19 about the bleach. Maybe they could just drink the bleach and it'll kill the body. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
What kind of shit is that to tell somebody may have heard that and just ran with that bullshit?
Shit. Like when the president said you can drink the bleach, who would have seen to give some type of medical advice?
What he said? Grab him by the, you know what I'm saying? By the pee, by the, you know what I'm saying? What he said? I can shoot somebody in the broad daylight, and I'll get it, and I won't go to jail. He said that.
Yeah, he reckless with his mouth.
He said shit like this. What he said the other week? A whole civilization is gonna be wiped out. Any other president would have got impeached. Saying crazy shit.
Call Haiti a shithole.
You know what I'm saying?
The immigrants were eating cats and dogs.
Yeah, some wild shit.
Good Trump funny.
But that's script. That script said that. It just said it. Exactly what rich men get away with murder.
He was like watching him earlier today. He was like, yeah. He was interviewing about the Epstein guy. He's like, yeah, I don't fuck with Epstein. One time he came to my club, I kicked him out. He's a real creep. He's a real. I don't mess with pedophile. I think he's a real pervert. He's like a real.
Right.
I was laughing. I was like, yo, this is weird.
Nice cover up.
Yeah. I don't mess with him. I kicked him out of my club.
Covered his ass.
2 Corinthians chapter 10, verse 4. The book of 2 Corinthians chapter 10, verse 4. For though that we walk, for the weapons of our warfare are not carnal, but mighty through Yahweh, to the pulling down the stronghold, casting down imaginations, and every high thing that exalted itself against the knowledge of Yahweh, and bring it into captivity, every thought to the obedience to Yahweh Shai Mashiach.
Yeah, so our weapons are fasting, praying,
Believing,
faith, endurance, being
diligent.
steadfast, being diligent. Those are our weapons, man.
Patience.
Because then patience is a big one. Because the Lord said, "In your patience, possess your souls." So a lot of things you're just gonna have to suffer. The main portion of the truth is about suffering. Don't suffer.
But it says, "Do not revenge yourself. Wait on me."
Okay.
You gotta wait on the Lord to do to work these calamities. You know what I'm saying? These miracles.
But you got ISUPK on bikes at the gun range.
Right.
Macing each other. What are they doing?
Right.
Dressed in combat clothing.
Right.
They tripping.
The battle is spiritual, man. It's a spiritual fight.
Right.
But them dudes, they ain't in the fight. That's why they don't know about the spiritual. You don't know about sleep paralysis. Having to call upon Yahweh Shem Yahushai, man.
Yep.
How hard it is to get to camp some days. You don't understand that. It's everything because you guys are on easy street. Because you're actually working for Satan, so of course he's gonna attack you.
Try to up.
You trying to walk that straight and narrow, you're gonna get, you walking straight and narrow, they throwing darts at you.
Right.
Trying to knock you off course.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Tomatoes and shoes.
Fuck with your mind. Make you believe that you ain't in the truth.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Getting the boo. Motherfuckers booing you and shit. You know what I mean? Kicking you down and kicking you while you down. You know what I'm saying? Wagging their hand at you. Look at you. You know what I'm saying? What has the truth gotten you?
But you know what?
It's
It's like a video game, right? Because when you you're going the right way, when what? You run into the bosses.
Right.
Red dots on the map. You always got to fight.
Fight.
Right.
So you're doing something right, man.
Right.
Must be doing something right. Catching hell. That's part of this thing, man. That's like a rite of passage. We're like used to it.
Right.
We season now.
So when this shit really go left, we're gonna be already
The right path.
like, okay, what else gonna happen? This been going to happen to me.
Yeah.
Why the shit was normal?
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
I have my lights off.
Or,
When a couple, miss a couple meals.
Yep.
Right.
Yeah.
You know,
But like me and you was talking earlier though, yet and still the Lord has sustained us because look at some of the people we've known in the past. They
Right.
fucked up now.
Yep.
They jacked up. They either dead in prison
Prison.
for the rest of their life. So you know,
Mhm.
hey man, I'll take it. You know what I mean? I'll take the you know, the scenic route.
you're taking
you
the
will.
L now, but that's
Right.
good though. You know, I got some. Brother.
Right.
This is Ephesians 6:11. Finally, my brethren, be strong in the Lord, Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, and in the power of his might. Now, you gotta have that faith strong. You gotta get your faith muscles up. And really, the things that you're going through is so that you can go to the Lord, so that can increase your faith. But you might pray for wisdom. Okay, the Lord gonna put you in a situation it takes wisdom to get out of. You might pray for strength. You're gonna be in a situation that requires you to be strong. That's how it works. When you want patience, the Most High gonna put you in a situation where you just need to be patient. There's nothing you can do but wait it out.
Right.
You know?
Hey, Shalom. All right.
What's that? Oh, she just a sister.
Huh?
That's my friend.
Oh.
It says Ephesians 6:11, 10. It says, finally, my brethren, be strong in the Lord and in the power of his might. Put on the whole armor of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, that ye may be able to stand against the wiles of the devil.
So this the whole armor is the scriptures, man. You gotta put that armor on, man. Go out to war. Hey, you ever watch Mandalorians, the first season?
No, man.
Yeah, you should watch that. Yo, that's spiritual because each time he complete a mission, he will get like a medal that was attached to his armor. You know what I'm saying? Each time he'll pass us, he'll surpass him.
So he'll get a merit badge.
Yep. She'll like the lady that was head of the Mandalorians, you know, she'll give him she'll forge a certain type of Beskar medal to protect himself. So he'll earn a metal plate for his chest, then an arm plate, then a wrist plate, then to that at the end
So
of the
it's
movie.
another layer of protection.
Section, yep.
Yeah.
So throughout the whole movie, at the end of the movie, he had he had a complete armor on.
Yeah.
That's going in right here with the scriptures. Like when you're going through this battle, each time you study, going out, you fast, you added more protection, you added guard to your armor.
Leveling up.
Leveling up, yep.
You have to level up. If you don't level up, the demons, guess what? The demons are leveling up. They're going to get you. And guess what? You leveling up, you don't have to fight stronger demons. That's what it says. It says, grip your loins like a man if I require it of thee. So the Lord requires you to keep getting spiritually stronger.
Right.
So we at the point where we ain't worried about that. Like, cause we have women, cool. If we don't have a woman, fuck it.
But it says when you come to serve the Lord, prepare thyself for temptation. So that's gonna be that's them demons fucking with you. That's the temptation to try to get you off your demon, if you will, like they say in the world, get you off your square.
That's all Sriracha.
Sriracha.
My bad.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, that movie dope though. You know what I'm saying? Each time he complete a mission, he get the armor added onto his suit. You know what I'm saying? So when you get into fights, you get shot up, laser beams bounce off that. He'd be able to You know what I'm saying? He has something to protect him.
Yeah. Beautiful. This is the book of Ecclesiasticus, or the book of Sirach, and it reads, chapter 2 and 1, my son, if thou come to serve the Lord, Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai, prepare thy soul for temptation.
Well, how do you do that? That's a great question, right? You want to say, like, you read that, you should ask yourself, well, how do I prepare my soul for temptation?
Right.
You gotta get your mind right. You prepare it, because it's like you're in a fight, you got your guard up because the other person wants to hit you. So once you come to serve the Lord, you should know the demons, they want to hit you, they want to attack you, they want to see if they could get you to go off, man.
Right.
They want to see if they could get you to take your hand off the plow. They want to see if they could get you to stop believing.
Yeah. Well, it's like the script says. It says, how shall a young man cleanse his way? Right? And it says to be wise. By what? By the word. So these scriptures, these precepts are going to tell you how to address everything that comes your way in life. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to either dealing with women, it comes with dealing with adultery, you know that you can have multiple women, but you can't mess with a woman that's betrothed already that has a man. So you know that it's wickedness that comes with dealing with a married woman. So you know not to do that. Okay, you know not to eat shrimp, crab, lobster, pork, swamp, you know what I mean? Because it causes health issues. And ultimately, the Lord said, do not eat it. You know what I'm saying? You know, it's an abomination to you. You shouldn't even touch it. You see? So these scriptures is how you prepare yourself.
That goes into the full armor. Just like I was making a comparison with the Star Wars movie, man. Each time he completed a battle, he had to put on a different armor on his body. So when he goes to the next battle, then that armor came in handy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So when he got shot, he got hit in the chest, he had the armor plate.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's just like the scriptures. When if you don't got understanding of not eating unclean food, you got to read Leviticus 11:7 and tell you not to eat pork.
Right.
Then you got to read books on not committing adulteries in Romans. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Then you got to read scriptures on how to be a brother. You got to read scriptures on that. That's how it builds you up. You got to read scriptures of Revelation 13 and 15 and 16. Not take the MOTV. That's why it said knowledge and stability be the course of eternity.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So those armors that you got to read to add on to yourself. So when you coming forward, you know how to deal with it. You know what I'm saying?
It's all in the script. That's why it's called scripture. It's a movie script. It's telling you what to do. It's a cheat sheet. All you got to do is adhere to it. You know what I'm saying?
Just like
you know what I mean?
Just like a video game, like Link. Remember the game Link, Zelda?
Yeah.
You play the game. You got to buy certain stuff so you could use it, and then your mission, because it's gonna come in handy in certain situations.
Exactly.
Yep. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, the Lord didn't make it to where it's impossible to defeat this thing called life, man. We make it more difficult because we don't want to let go of the worldly pleasures of things. We want more stuff, more junk. I'm at the point in my life, I'm trying to let shit go. You know what I'm saying? You know?
I'm being interrupted, but I was going to say that's beautiful because the Lord said, he that tries to save his life is going to lose it. But he that loses his life is going to gain the kingdom.
Exactly.
And look at that grace. It goes into favor.
Exactly.
That favor is on the Lord's elect, so that's what we're trying to obtain, man.
And he's giving you time.
You get to see all the spiritual tokens we get faster. How about we going into
144 favor, somebody might pass by and say something spiritual. You know?
Beautiful, man.
Last night when I was learning about machine making the beat, I seen 144 right on the grid. I can't escape it.
It's kind of fearful at this point. I went to get some coffee on the receipt, 144. I go back to get in my car, license plate next to me, 144.
Yeah.
I'm in traffic, the dude make eye contact with me, so then he passed me up. I look at his license plate, 144.
Right.
That's the same shit when I was doing Lyft. Big moving truck in front of me, 144, school bus, and I like that.
Right. It's everywhere.
I picked up the guy from the airport, drove him home, like a 30-minute ride. He took me $14.40.
Yeah. Can't make this stuff up.
Hey, remember that post? Even when I took the person home, his address was 144. That was like the second time that happened to me. He like 144. I'm like, damn.
Right. But see, but what's that showing you is to be circumspect, to watch things around, because the signs is here. The signs and wonders is here. The little trinkets of miracles.
Yep.
That's the Lord reassuring you that He's with you. You know what I'm saying? So it's basically just something to keep you. You know what I'm saying?
Keep your spirit going.
Exactly. It's a spiritual boost. You know what I'm saying? But yes, a little more. This makes sense.
Oh, sorry about that.
Oh, no, you good. No, check it out.
Oh, okay. I was going to say something. Yeah, that just goes to show you, Lord knows how wicked this place is, so He needs to keep throwing those insurance on you.
Yeah.
Keep you believe, because He knows it don't take much for this place to throw you right on.
Yeah. Because we need some type of sign. And it ain't nothing wrong with that because, you know, prophets are always, you know, asking the Lord for a sign. You know what I'm saying? You know, can you show me a sign so that I know that, you know what I mean? You know,
That's okay.
awesome. But you know what I mean? But yeah, the Lord, man, the Lord is with us. You know what I'm saying? Regardless. You know what I mean? We may, you know, feel down on our luck. We may feel like, you know what I'm saying, the Lord has, you know, forsaken us at times, but that's not so because every day you wake up, the Lord has blessed you with another opportunity. And as He brought us this far, like he was saying, you know, when Moses was speaking to him, he said, now what are the people going to say that you brought, you know, the children of Israel out into the desert just so that you could kill them? You know what I'm saying? That's not going to be a good look. You know what I mean?
That's a powerful message in this story that shows the Lord could wipe all of us out and bring all of us back to one man. But that's the elect.
Right.
The elect are gonna bring back the nation.
Right.
That's how angry the Lord got, man. He got so angry, he said, man, I'm gonna start over with you.
Right.
So one man was gonna bring the whole nation back.
Right. Right.
You know?
Yeah.
That's how we know in the kingdom, the elect men are gonna bring back the Jakes over here that's about to get belt to ass.
Right.
You know?
Yeah, that's going into the be fruitful and multiplied part. Man.
Yeah, you can't do that here. You're too fucking stressed out.
Right.
You can't have multiple kids. I mean, so far some brothers do, and that's all right. But you think about it, like you really want to do that here. Man.
Yeah.
You don't want the fucking headache. You gotta worry about school. You gotta worry about health. You gotta worry about them going. You gotta worry about your woman in the hospital. I remember my seed. They, you know, like they try to take her out. You know, give her the epi needle. You can't fucking walk.
Yeah, no, it's statistically proven that women of color, specifically black women, have a higher death rate than other races. You know, versus like the Caucasian one.
They believe you don't feel pain.
Yeah, exactly.
Esau tell you that shit.
Yeah.
You guys can endure a higher level of pain than us.
That's the same thing what Moab said too. They used to have us going under the water, and they had us asleep back in the ancient times. They just have us going to the bottom of the ocean, while in the middle sea on the big ships to patch up the holes and fix the ship without no super scuba
air source.
Because they say we didn't feel no pain. It was built for abuse or whatever it was, pain and all that.
Which is somewhat true, but we still in the flesh. Now, I mean, yeah, we stronger than the other, you know what I'm saying, races, but, you know, y'all took it too far. Like, you know what I'm saying? You know, we still have limitations in these bodies. We gods, but, like, you know what I mean? We ain't in our full form. We ain't Super Saiyan yet.
It really shows you the hatred they got for us.
That's what it is.
So you're making up in your mind that we could take more pain, so you want to hurt us?
Right.
That is.
Right.
You know?
An excuse, yeah.
We was able to take more pain. But nah, you do that. Look, y'all never thought of that. Like, me exchange if I could took a lot of pain because I'd have ran through the troops.
Right. Well, check it out. Look, a little bit more Ecclesiasticus, Sirach, chapter 2 and 2. Set thy heart, which is your mind, aright, and constantly endure.
Constantly endure what? The trials and tribulations. Because you're going to constantly have shit come up. And you be thinking like, damn, why this happened, that happened.
Right.
You know, a lot of times, you know, I speak for myself. Some things you might have brought upon yourself. It's not using wisdom, to be honest. But then you learn from that. You grow like, okay, I got to move like this. I got to cut this off. Can't do that. Can't fuck with her. I stay away from here. You know, so you learn to be more the Book of Eli spirit.
Yeah. Right.
You know, she tried to follow him. She's like, nah, no, you can't come with me. You know, he saw that the couple getting fucked up. He said, nah, it ain't my business.
Right.
How the scripture says, meddle not in many affairs. You know, so we can't be worried about what's going on around us or even wanting to be around these people.
But what's the scripture says? A man of many travels gains much experience. So a lot of this stuff is just growing pains, things that you go through in life. Better when you're younger because now you know you can say, okay, Well, that was a mistake I made in my juvenile state of mind. You learn a lot of stuff as a child. You grow into a man, you say, "Oh, I can't do that no more." But it says, as a child, I thought as a child. You know what I'm saying? But as a man, I put away childish things.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So it's just things you have to go through in life. It's inevitable. You know what I mean? And what is it? It says especially when you're dealing with like a love. You know what I'm saying? Especially when you're dealing with love. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Because it says, but then some things, it's kind of like you will never know if you never gave it a shot. Like something like it says, better to have loved and lost than to never have loved at all. You know what I'm saying? Because I mean, what's the point of life if you don't have these human connections, right?
You gotta learn. It's like
Right.
It's a learning experience, it's an education.
Yeah.
So if we get in the kingdom, we're gonna know how to deal with the nations.
Women,
Really the nations, really.
Nation.
Yeah, we're gonna be over them. We're gonna be guys over them teaching them.
Yeah.
They're gonna come to, they're gonna flow onto us
Right.
for the understanding of how to live on the earth. And if they do something contrary, they're gonna get judged.
Right. Just to finish it. And make not haste. See? Make not haste in time of trouble.
Yeah,
See?
that's easier said than done. If
Right.
something happens, naturally you want to,
Yeah.
Right.
react. But one thing I've been learning, the best thing to do is just stay calm.
Yeah.
And even that movie After Earth, with Will Smith and his son,
Yeah.
he would even tell him take a knee. Really, that's praying.
Yeah.
The scripture says men ought to always pray and not faint.
Yeah.
So certain situations, man, you just gotta sit down, stop what you're doing, and just pray.
Right.
To get that real.
Right. Right. What's that old saying, man? You should be on t-shirts. Stay calm. Forgot the rest of it, but basically it's telling you just to stay calm and pretty much mellow out, because you make a lot of mistakes when you go in haste, when you work off an impulse. You know what I'm saying? So, but this is what I'm saying. This is what we were talking about. The scriptures is telling you what to do. It's just training you. So you don't wanna react off of something in a hasty manner because you've been troubled.
Yeah, I think it's a war. You can be
Right.
a little slow, a little too late, and that's your ass.
He said he really want to be saved.
I really said and you have to be just
You wanna
move
read
away until I give everything up, and then when you give everything up, you say by the Lord. My father was a Baptist.
What we got? 4 and 5? I got it. This is Ecclesiastica or Sirach chapter 2 and 3, and it reads, "Cleave unto him and depart not away."
There you go. You gotta cleave unto the Lord and depart not away. What do you mean depart not away? Don't just leave because it gets too hard. Or don't
Right.
say bug out, say the Lord is not with you because you catch a hell.
Right.
That's the Lord. Really, that's the Lord dealing with you.
Yeah.
Because if you endure chastisement, then He deal with you as a son.
Right.
So everything we're going through in this life, man, is really just to how you just said, growing pains. It's really
Right.
growth. Every day we're growing and we're learning how to move, what we can do, what we not to do to keep us going.
Right. Yep. That thou mayest be increased at thy last end.
So that's what it's all about, being increased. And ultimately, we are being increased every day, but the ultimate increases come from what? You get the new body, you get the crown. You know what I'm saying? But you will be increased. Your faith will be increased, your strength, your patience.
That's that armor being added. You increasing you increasing your armor.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? He'll increase your protection from Satan fiery darts. 'Cause now you've been through the fire, so now you know how to. When the real trouble comes, you're gonna know how to, go wing.
Ultimately, it's building your confidence, your faith.
Hey, yep.
I've been here before. Okay, I know exactly what I need to be doing right here in this very instance, this particular moment. You know what I'm saying? I'm not about to you know what I'm saying, bug out and, you know, get all nervous. Oh my God, it's, you know what I'm saying, you know, people dying and motherfuckers die every day, B.
But you understand that, okay, the Lord say who perish being innocent.
Right.
So you know that people around us, they might start dropping, but hey, that's
Right.
the Lord's judgment for them, man.
Yeah.
You know, which actually people around us are gonna start dropping.
Right.
That's the Lord's judgment for them. But
Right.
hey, we've been out here.
Right.
A lot of our people know what we're into, man. They look at it as though we're wasting our life or we're crazy, you know. Or they might just look at, okay, well, I used to wipe your ass. Why should I listen to you?
Right.
Oh,
When you wipe your eyes, you can't. You get it? You gonna be monitored, that kid. You know what I'm saying? How about that? Yeah. Try that on the side. Big bro.
Verse 4, whatsoever is brought upon thee, take cheerfully.
yeah, whatever you're going through, you take it. I don't mean you don't take it, you know, with a big ass Kool-Aid smile, you're happy about it, but you know, you take it cheerfully,
Right.
you know, which means to be do what? It means to be spiritually how you say it, man? Optimistic. You know that whatever it is, the Lord's gonna get you through it.
All right, brother.
Right, Shalom. Yeah.
That's what it means by take it cheerful. You know, it means to be optimistic. You know.
Well, what I've noticed with me, anytime that I start like feeling like, you know, I'm losing in certain situations, you know what I'm saying? It's kind of natural to feel like, damn, like you feel like, you know, I need to do something. But I've noticed once I relax and I just let it play out, that the Lord is ultimately going to take care of me. Like I said earlier, you know what I'm saying? We haven't come this far. There's plenty of times when you felt like you was down and out. There was no other way. I need to do something. I need to react. And you learn from when you did mess around and did something out of impulse and you got fucked up.
Put yourself in a more fucked up situation.
Yeah.
Then you know, I said I did that many times. I got stories. Stuff that I don't jump the gun on instead of me just being patient. Put myself in the more bottom. You know?
But now that we've come into the truth,
I ain't see it.
yeah. But look, but now that we come into the truth, we know how to handle these things differently. We know how to suffer. Patience. You know what I'm saying? What it says, to have patience is to suffer, right? You know what I'm saying? So we know how to do without, if you will. You know what I'm saying? Like the famous saying in the world, let go and let God. So you gotta let the Lord work, man. Let him cook.
The definition of optimistic says a person or outlook that expects the best possible outcome, focuses on favorable aspects, and remains hopeful about the future. You gotta remain hopeful.
Wow.
That the Lord ain't letting you get this far just to cast me away.
Wow.
You know? You gotta be on your own ass and do things you got to do. You know?
Motherfucker, you need to do that right there. You ain't going no motherfucking where. Shit crazy.
They have to do those things, man. They gotta bother us.
Ooh. Oh, here we go, right here. It says, and be patient when thou art changed to a low state.
Yeah, you can be in lower state.
See?
Most High will humble you real quick.
God,
I got testimony, man.
God.
You know what I mean? Most High, Most High will humble your ass.
Well, that goes to that saying, the Lord gonna knock you off your high horse. Who he did that to? Saul. Saul before he was Paul. Paul before he was Saul. He was riding in on his high horse, and the Lord had the angel blind him. You know what I'm saying? He brought down to a lower state. You know?
Yeah, so you could be in a lower state, man, where you lose a job, you're without a vehicle, you're homeless. That's a lower state. That's being brought low. Most High wants to see you're gonna still trust him. You're gonna call him Lord.
Yeah.
It's easy. It's nothing for the Most High to make a poor man rich.
Exactly.
This little fucking wealth in this society, you can just wake up. It could be a bank glitch. You can have $1 billion in your account.
Right.
Most High can do that easy.
Right.
Nobody never find out. Just like you said, that brother found 5,000. The Most High, that shit's easy to the Most High, man. We talking about the God that made man and fall from heaven. The water came out the rock.
Right.
Then you can't wake up with some money in your wallet.
Right.
Or in your account.
Yeah.
What about in the day of famine? Your refrigerator is packed with food. You
I
know?
always like to use that that story. You know, like you go, like you said, your house no electricity, no nothing. You just happen to get up to go in the middle of the night to go use the bathroom. Your kitchen is on. You like, damn, I know I ain't got no electricity. You know what I'm saying? You go in the kitchen to see why your lights is on.
Right.
Something tell you fucking around, look in the refrigerator, food in there. Man. Like, how the hell? I know when I went to sleep, I didn't have shit in this motherfucking refrigerator. The fuck? Who came in here?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? There you go.
Got angels around us, man.
Yep. I always keep talking about that scenario. I think it's going to happen too.
Right.
It's going to happen to somebody. It's going to happen. Yeah. That's what you probably be in that kitchen crying, man. Like,
Yeah.
Heavenly Father dealing with me.
We ain't gonna,
I'm the elect.
calling on no goddamn Jesus either.
Even, huh?
You're gonna say Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shah.
Shot.
Verse 5. For gold is tried in the fire.
Yeah, so there you go. And you have to put gold through that fire to
Purify it.
To purify it.
Get the impurities out of it.
So the Lord gotta do the same thing. They say I was just gonna make a man more precious than fine gold.
Gold of find you fast.
You know? So you gotta go through that fire, man. That adversity, which represents the adversity, which goes into what? Persecution, being cast into prison.
Right.
You know, ultimately you might have your head chopped off. That's that fire.
Right.
You know?
You got some brothers probably got in this truth. They got in there. They said, yeah, you might got to get your hair cut off. Like, wait a minute. What you mean hair cut off? Like, this, you wait till I get a year in there, then now you want to talk to me? Yeah, like, you know, yeah, bro, this is a fight of the thing. Oh, man.
But that's all how the Lord may test your faith, though. Just like he did with Abraham and Isaac, right? He went to sacrifice the lad. You know what I'm saying? The Lord wanted to see if he was gonna, you know what I'm saying, follow his instructions and listen to him, obey him.
Yep.
He found out that Abraham was about that life. He was really about to sacrifice his only son. But he told the angel to tell him, do not hurt the lad. You know what I'm saying?
Well, he knew Abraham was just like Job.
You know what I mean?
Because the Lord had Satan test Job because he knew Job was going to endure.
Yeah.
You know, he knew Abraham was. He
Yeah.
already had set up to where he had the
Yeah.
sacrifice there, and ultimately that represents how. That's how we know Isaac is Yahweh Shah. He had
Right.
to carry the wood
Right.
up the mountain.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Then Yahweh Shah had to carry his cross.
Yeah.
We say it said, any man that take not of his cross and follow me, you can't be my disciple.
Right.
This thing is about discipline, man. Being a stoic. You know.
But the point being, those things are for our learning. It's showing us what to be like when the Lord, you know what I'm saying, say do something. You know what I'm saying? It's all in the Lord's control.
It says a stoic is a person who remains calm, rational, and uncomplaining, particularly in the face of misfortune. No,
Wow.
that's the spirit. That the spirit is saying that a lot. Be calm,
Right.
because you might be putting it just like just now. I was put in a situation. Could have been a nigga moment. Could have got into a fight or whatever. You never know. Might have had a gun.
Right.
But you just remaining calm, calling on the Lord.
Yeah.
The Lord make it way for you to get out of it.
Like I was saying before, like I remember when I was young, you know, like a teenager, my mom always told me, she's like, don't be out there arguing with them fools. She said, leave them alone. She said, leave them alone. Leave them where they at. Don't be out there arguing with them because you never know what death is. And that resonated with me, even though I may not listen. But to this day, it still resonates with me.
Yeah.
Like, yo, she was warning me, like, because, you know, like, what, the faces of death.
Yep.
You don't know what, you know, how your, you know, demise may be. But you out here arguing with a death angel. You know what I'm saying? Like, just like you was born, there was somebody born
To take you
to
out.
take you
I
out.
always use that analogy
You know
all
what
the
I'm
time. I always use that.
I'm sitting at the light. The damn crackhead comes up. What are you waiting for? Like, why are you worried about me? You on the bike? I
Right.
know that's a damn demon.
That's deep.
That's
You gonna
crazy.
tell the dude behind me? He's slowing you down.
That's crazy. Yeah,
that's-
That's Satan trying to get me upset, so I get out the car and do
right.
Yeah.
Just open the car door. Show ass out of here. Now he don't hit his head. Now he bleeding dead.
This is Proverbs 16:32. He that is slow to anger is better than the mighty, and he that ruleth his spirit than he that taketh a city.
That part.
So that's what being a stoic is, remaining calm. Which is easier. Sometimes you be so pissed, like, man, you just
I
can't,
gotta do
can't
something.
remain
Remain
calm.
Yeah. Yeah.
But remain calm, that's always the best option. You know what I mean? Because you being calm is gonna calm other people down.
Exactly.
You know,
Exactly.
especially the time we're into. You
Yeah.
have to use wisdom with these. But these people are ready to lose it.
Well, ultimately, it's the spirit. Ultimately, the spirit is going to take control. You know what I'm saying? Because there's no free will. So the Lord is going to have things happen that, you know what I'm saying, you think it's you, but it's you know, they had to happen because us in this truth, knowing what we know, that still don't mean that we're welcome at. That still don't mean that we're church boys and we just gonna, you know, turn the other cheek. Just like the brother that got attacked in Canada, that Edomite pulled up with the pistol, pulled the pistol on him, tried to pistol, you know what I'm saying? Whatever he was gonna try to do with you know, he didn't know it was a BB gun or unloaded. But the Lord had him take that pistol from him and beat his ass, pistol whip the fuck out of him with it. You know what I'm saying? So it's not the spirit gonna make intercession, what you need to do, you know?
This is Proverbs 15:1. A soft answer turneth away wrath, but grievous words stir up anger. You know what I mean? When you're calm versus somebody else who's on 1,000,
Right.
you remain calm. Obviously, if you use soft words, that's gonna calm them down.
Yeah, exactly.
They gonna feel
Exactly.
ashamed, and they might second guess themselves, like, yo, this dude is too calm.
Yeah,
He probably whooped my ass.
type shit.
Yeah,
Yeah,
why is it so calm right now?
right.
That really
right.
works, man.
Yeah. No, and that's a known fact in the world. You know what I'm saying? They always say, yo, leave them quiet people alone, man. They say, yo, them quiet people be on one, man. You know what I'm saying? I was just watching a YouTube short, and you know, the guy that was doing the moderating was saying he was like, yo, it's the reason why this dude is too quiet. He said he's been there before. He took it to a level to where now he know he can't take it there no more. You know what I'm saying? Because he's gonna fucking go ape shit and lose everything. You know what I'm saying? See, a lot of people that never been through nothing, they like to test the waters because they don't understand how war plays out, man. Okay, war ain't fun. There's people die here, man. There's real life casualties. You know what I'm saying? But somebody that's been through some shit, that's been battle written, got war scars, they know like, yo, it ain't worth it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, bro. This reads, Sirach 2 and continuing in 5, for gold is tried in the fire, and acceptable men in the furnace of adversity.
Yeah, so you're gonna be tried like gold is tried. And it says that too. I will try them like gold is tried. I mean, that
Right.
fire gonna be on your ass. And that fire, that shit could be hot. But
Right,
one thing about fire, it causes you to move.
right,
Right?
right.
You think about fire, that you know, I mean, you're gonna try to put it out.
Get the fuck out of there.
You're gonna
Yeah.
be moving.
Well, just like back in 911 events, the people was jumping out that tower, man, trying to get away from that fire. I saw one clip, this dude, he clean jumped out, he was falling and all that shit. But it was like either get fucking marshmallow s'mored, you know what I'm saying, in this shit, or I know I'm up 22 stories, however many stories up, but I gotta get away from this right now. That's how hot that fire was. It's like I gotta get away from this. I'll deal with gravity, you know what I'm saying, in the next, you know what I'm saying, few seconds. But I gotta get away from this right now.
And for us, that
You know?
the running away from the fire, really you can't. But it does say the name of the Lord is a strong tower. You got to run to it.
Right.
So you do have to run to the Lord when the fire is on you, when you're going through adversity.
Yeah.
You know. So this is Proverbs 18 and verse 10. It says the name of the Lord Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai is a strong tower. The righteous running into it and is safe. So the righteous don't run to that name.
Right.
What does the tower do? Protection.
Right.
You got a goddamn fucking troop on your ass. You run to a tower. You know, they're going in the ancient world, in the city, you had what? It was a tower. You couldn't just get in the city.
Yeah, it was a walled city.
Yeah, I mean, they try to get in, motherfuckers is pouring hot oil and grease on them.
Right.
Shooting arrows at them.
Right.
It's hard for you to take a city. So the name of the Lord is like unto a strong tower.
Right.
That's impenetrable.
Right.
It's so much that it's protecting us right now. We're in a tower. You don't realize it. Peace, bro. It's all a while.
Yeah, man. Good. And it reads, verse 6, believe in him.
Yeah, that's what it's about. Believing in Yahweh Shai. That's what this whole fight is about, really. Things that you're going through is testing. Do you believe? Do you believe? Do you believe?
Right.
You're going to be constantly asking yourself that. Or
Right.
the demons might be constantly trying to make you second guess yourself.
Right.
You know?
That's their job, though. You know what I'm saying? And your job is to counteract that with the belief, with the rebuke. You know
A
what
lot
I'm
of times
saying?
it's just those thoughts.
Yeah.
Even with those thoughts, you got to run to the Tihah Ba'Shem Yahushai.
You got to rebuke
You
them.
got to understand a lot of your thoughts, they ain't really your thoughts.
That
That's
ain't
just
your
Satan.
thought. So intrusive thoughts.
See Satan putting shit in your head.
Right.
You got to cut that with the scriptures.
Right.
Or counsel and prayer and fasting.
Right.
You know?
Yeah. And it reads, and he will help thee.
Just like last time we had to talk, and what the Spirit said, he said, man, try this.
Yeah,
What happened?
yeah.
That's how the Spirit works, man.
Right.
But I said, when 2 or 3 together in my name, there I am in the midst of them. Because how did it happen like that, man?
Right.
I was banned for like X amount of years.
Wow.
She proved me like that.
Right. Yeah.
That ain't the Spirit. That's the Lord doing stuff like that to boost our faith, man.
Sir. And it reads, order thy way aright and trust in him.
Yeah, get your mind right. How do you order your way right? With the scriptures. You know, are you repentant? You know, are you examining yourself? That's a big one. That's something that you have to do. You have to examine yourself. Did I pray today? Am I studying enough?
Right.
You know, am I being worthy? Am I finished, brother? You gotta ask yourself that.
Right.
Is the Lord pleased with my work? You know what I mean? If I die, what would would the Lord be pleased with me?
Right.
You know?
But it says at the end of the day, you are your worst enemy. You know what I'm saying? What's that scene in Rocky? Adonis, he told him to look in the mirror. He said, that's your worst enemy. You know what I'm saying? That's who you up against. That's who you fighting against, yourself.
That's true, man. That's true. You know, you do something good in the spirit, and Satan try to hop on you, do something to counteract that.
Right.
Always happens that way.
Right. Damned if you do, damned if you don't. And it reads, verse 7, ye that fear the Lord Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai, wait for his mercy.
So we gotta wait for the mercy of the Lord. We can't take things.
Right.
We just gotta be patient. Suffer.
Yeah.
Finish your argument. I got some. Okay.
Well, see, because that's going back into the old man. You'll fall into your old ways. You know what I'm saying? You may be down on your luck, Now you think about getting back with the boys. You know what I'm saying? And going to get, you know what I'm saying, a pack of something. You can't go get no damn,
I got some. I just like you just said, you call it the Lord, it's a strong tower.
Yeah.
Go to Matthew 14, book of Matthew chapter 14, verse 25. And he had said, come, and when people start at 28. And Peter answered and said, Lord, if I be thou, bid me come unto thee on the waters. And he said, come. And when Peter was come down out of the ship, he walked on the water to Yahushua. But when he saw the wind boisterous, he was afraid, beginning to sink, and he cried, saying, Lord, save me. See, he stopped unbelief, right? He said, Lord, save me. What did he do to get delivered? Cried out. Called the name.
It's like it unto that woman too.
Yep.
Because what's in our law? That woman is a man trying to take her, and she cries out. The judgment's on that man.
Right.
The man got to be put to death because that woman cried out.
Right.
So it's like us being likened unto that woman. Esau tried to come take us with that ship. We're gonna cry out to Yahweh Shemel Shai. Esau gonna be judged. Don't it say that he that stood up and suffer, he be put in his hand and shall be put to death.
Right.
So when the Lord comes back, we're gonna be found in the hands of Esau.
Even though that's Crystal, look at that.
Oh yeah, I
See?
Verse 31. Immediately Yahushua stretched forth his hand and caught him and said unto him, O thou of little faith, wherefore didst thou doubt? And when he said, and when they were come into the ship, the wind ceased, and then they that were in the ship came and worshipped him, saying, of the truth thou art thou son of Yahweh. See when he called him out, he said, oh, you of little faith. Well, he said that those who got little faith, to bring the mustard seed is greater than, you know what I'm saying? So Peter had a little small, a little bit of faith, faith to call out his name to get delivered, right? So you go to Matthew 14, Romans chapter 10, verse 13. He said, for whosoever shall call upon the name of the Lord shall be saved. So that's what just happened. So Peter's singing, the boisterous water goes into the nations, and when we get ready to be the enemy come down like a flood on us, so we're gonna call it a name. He's gonna default that snake, get us out of that situation. That's a powerful. Like a lot of people that read that scripture don't know actually what that was saying right there. It ain't like Peter. Some people believe that he didn't have no faith because his son. He had a little bit of faith to call on the Lord when he was in trouble. That's why he said cleave on to. You know what I'm saying? Peter cleaved on to the Lord when he was in trouble.
Yeah, he had enough sense. He had enough sense to call on the Lord. Because he could have just, did one of the bloop joints.
Yep. Yeah.
Been prideful. Trying to. But he basically screamed, help!
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
Him coming on onto the water, that was like a leap of faith.
Yeah.
And that's what we're gonna have to do when we go out on Jacob's choke, gonna take that leap of faith. And that water, that boisterous water is going into these nations, man. Those troops.
Esau coming down
on us.
So we say, Esau come down with great wrath.
Yep.
Got short time.
Yep. So we call on the name, the Lord's gonna deliver us out of that wrath. You know what I'm saying? I just had to bring that up.
That was a great point, man. I got some. This is Micah 7 and verse 8. Rejoice not against me, O mine enemy. When I fall, I shall rise. So that's going to show you something, man. What it says, the righteous man falleth 7 times and get up again.
Yeah.
So you can fall. So you can bust your ass. Really, that's a lower humbling.
Right.
Because guess what? Even if you fall 7 times, you can still be at the elect.
Right.
Because what? The elect is going to get up.
Right.
And that shows righteousness.
Yep.
You getting up is you still believe and you still trying. That's your righteousness. That's what the Lord likes. It's a fighter. It's a fight. The fight, you get knocked, you get shot, you get hit up. You know what I mean? You might recover. You know
what that means.
Micah 7 and 8. Rejoice not against me, O my enemy. When I fall, I shall rise. And that represents the whole nation of
River
Jacob.
sticks.
We fell, I'll be rising.
How you get back to the work.
Says, when I sit in darkness, the Lord, Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, shall be a light unto me. And I be the spirit.
Fucking
This dude, that one.
Yo, he like one of them characters from Seinfeld.
That's crazy.
He's like one of them dudes from Seinfeld.
I believe it's science fiction.
I don't want to know.
It's crazy.
Yeah, I didn't even get. I said, please don't nobody talk to me.
It be like that, man. Just let it pass.
See that thing don't stay on me. They put him. You mentioned that.
They say, resist the devil, we shall flee with him.
Right.
You gotta resist them, man. It says, rejoice not against me, O my enemy. When I fall, I shall rise. And that really represents the whole nation. We fell away. It said, do not say there shall be a falling away, but now it's the rising. Revelation 11. Then the spirit of life entered into them. They stood upon their feet. And all great fear fell upon all those who saw him. You know? It says, I will bear the indignation of the Lord because I have sinned against him. Indignation is righteous anger. So you going through that fire, being chastised, that's the righteous anger of the Lord. And the things we're going through in our life, you can't say you don't deserve it because the Lord putting us through it. We can't say nothing to the Most High. Esau can't say shit to the Most High. The Most High made him be the vessel of dishonor. You know, look what he's doing on Epstein Island and all that. He can't say, Lord, you made me this way. Why are you punishing me? I made you that way so I could punish you. See?
So do all the evil you can. So,
So we just got to deal with it, man. You know, financial issues, big mouth drama, car is word for health problems. If somebody got asthma, somebody might have bad knees,
Right.
wear glasses.
But you know,
you might have came into the truth older. You got to stand out here, back hurting shit.
but you know, the point is too, is like like it says, you know, if you don't work, you don't eat. You still have to do stuff to try to get out of your situation. You don't just want to lay there and be dead, dying. You know what I mean? The Lord still wants you to try to, you know what I'm saying? You know, to get yourself out of situations as well. Like that's the whole thing of faith and works. You have to believe in the Lord, but you still got to take your ass to work. You can't say I'm gonna sit home and I'm gonna let the Lord take care of me. No, you have to do stuff. You still have to be motivated to try to do. What the point is, you don't want to do anything hastily, like doing something illegal to get yourself out of certain situations. You don't want to do nothing wicked to try to get yourself out of a situation.
You don't want to be contrary to the spirit.
To the spirit, exactly.
You know? It says, Micah 7:9, I will bear the indignation of the Lord because I've sinned against him until he plead my cause and execute judgment for me. He will bring me forth to the light, and I shall behold his righteousness. So that's our hope.
Right.
Like, yeah, we might be going through this and that, but at the end, we're going to get the kingdom. And all the suffering we're going through ain't worthy to be compared with the kingdom, man. You know, I think it's there. It's in Romans 10:2.
got to go through hell to get to heaven. You know how that old saying goes. Got to fight fire, man. So, Romans 8.
It says, then she that is my enemy shall see it. And that goes in really, you know, you can apply that to America. Because America's likened unto the whore. You know? These people gonna see our deliverance. You know? And shame shall cover her, which said unto me, where is Yahweh Bashem Yahushua power? And that's what these people are saying. Your God ain't real. You know, even some of the women we might dealt with, they might not come out and say it, but their actions, they're saying about what they do to us, about how they treated us. You know? It says, mine eyes shall behold her, now shall she be trodden down as the mire of the streets.
Like the book of Romans chapter 8, verse 14. For as many as are led by the Spirit of Yahweh, they are the son of Yahweh. 13, oh, okay.
No, 18.
18, okay. The book of Romans chapter 8, verse 18. For I reckon that the suffering of this present time are not worthy to be compared with the glory which shall be revealed in us.
Meaning when we get, Lord, when we get deemed, we ain't gonna be worried about this shit. When we get put to death, it's not gonna compare to what the Lord got in store for us.
By the time we get to that point, we already get put to death, we're gonna be like, I'll ram we're gonna be like,
I'm tired.
I'll ram my foot.
That's a great point, because the Lord says, he that hate his life. So
Yeah.
the Lord could put you through things so that you hate your life, so it can make it easier for you to go through what you gotta go through.
Yeah, release my spirit. You know
Weird.
what I'm saying?
I'm tired of running.
I just changed the darkness.
Yeah. I'm tired. I'm already.
No.
I'm good. You think I'm gonna suffer more just to be in this week as take that trip?
You're fighting to remain, you know what I'm saying,
Yeah.
amongst the living dead.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
I'm done. Yeah.
No.
Yeah, go ahead, do what you got to do.
I got it.
Don't even ask me. Just take to the guillotine chamber.
Right.
Like, don't even ask me.
Because what's the other alternative?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Bow the knee,
Yeah.
take the all the ball,
All the ball.
all the ball. Come on, man. You got something? I got a precept. This is First Peter 4:18. It reads, "And if the righteous scarcely be saved, where shall the most highly and the sinner appear?"
So I just going to show you said the righteous gonna scarcely gonna get delivered by the skin of our teeth. So
Right.
we already know the 2/3 ain't gonna make it. They ain't got a chance, man. And that's why I be saying with Jake, they think they gonna be delivered because they just believe
In
the
Christo.
Christos, yeah.
You know what I'm
But
saying?
wait a minute. But the scripture just read there, he said the righteous scarcely can say how much the unrighteous.
Right.
Come on, man. The wicked, y'all not gonna be delivered. You ain't doing no works, you ain't giving up nothing, you ain't sacrificing nothing to following the words of the Lord. Y'all still want to be in this world serving Baal, you know what I'm saying? Serving the so-called white man, this system. Like what scripture says that is many that want to keep this state of this world going. You know what I'm saying? Our people want to keep the state of this world going, man. They want to work these little bullshit ass jobs and make businesses, be rappers and sports football players.
Right.
They think that's a flex. Yeah, you know, my such and son got drafted to the NFL. So
Right.
what? He about to die, nigga.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Fuck that NFL, NBA shit, bro.
You have a contract.
Yeah.
It's called the NFL contract. So you
Right.
sign a contract with Esau. Now you got to do, going back to that movie, him. Now you got to do certain things. Now you can't even help your people how you want to.
Yeah.
Look at LeBron. He up in age. He still got to play. He signed a contract.
Yeah, but the point is that, like the scriptures say, use the world and don't abuse it. It ain't nothing wrong with getting the money, but then it's like to the point where when is it enough? When is it to where you're gonna say, hey, I don't want to no longer partake in this wickedness. I'm gonna take my little coins I got and I'm gonna do the right thing with it.
They can't. That's the problem. They can't.
You want a contract with Esau.
So they can't.
Because they got seduced. You can walk away because you don't have to sign another contract. It's the point. You get your money and you get out. You use the world and you don't abuse it. Now, because you sign up for another tour now or Iraq, that's your ass if you get blown the fuck up. The Lord saved you from the first, you know what I'm saying? You could have, that's how I would do it. That's how I would say it.
Ultimately, they sold their soul for it.
Yeah.
They can't get it back.
You know?
This is Mark 8, and
Because there's brothers that's been in
Yeah.
in those fields, that been in the NFL. So it's not that you can't get out of it. It's just you keep continually going with it. You know what I'm saying? It's like you can become a rapper, but then the Illuminati, how they used to say, come and offer you, okay, you want to become a superstar. Now you're going to sell your soul because you're going to keep making hit after hit after hit. That's how you become ultra rich. You become amongst them in that league. That's just the point I'm making.
this is Mark 8 and 34. And when he had called the people unto him, were the disciples also, he said unto them, whosoever will come after me, let him deny himself and take up his cross and follow me. So that cross represents what? Deal with the suffering.
Right.
But still follow the Lord while you're suffering. For whosoever will save his life shall lose it. Because we're coming into that time to where people are losing things, but then trying to save the life of God. You
Right.
end up losing your life anyway.
Right.
You know?
And if I can add, just to land back, just like when you had your Kyrie Irvings, right? You had your Kanye West, you had your what's the face. They found out about the truth, but then what? They chose to go the other way. They said, hey, the small hats got in their ear. They said, hey, you know what I'm saying? If you want to continue to make money, you got to stop talking about that Hebrew Israelite shit. And they chose to go the other way instead of saying, okay, I'm a forget all these riches and I'm gonna just go ahead and I'm gonna go the other way. You know what I'm saying?
The Lord said it's hard for a rich man in the kingdom.
Exactly.
Because not many people going to just leave all that
Yeah.
luxurious houses,
Yeah.
cars, and just come
Yeah.
and try to be out here,
Right.
join the camp.
Yeah. Not saying it's impossible, but it's rare. You know?
It goes into that camel and the eye of a needle.
Right.
All that stuff, he had to unload the luggage so he could fit in there. So he ain't gonna he can leave his bags out here. You know what I'm saying? Like, nah, I can't do that. Man. Keep this camel fat.
Right.
Eat my you know, that's how Jake looking at it. The lifestyle is support.
It says, for whosoever will save his life shall lose it, but whosoever shall lose his life, love you too. Thank you. Love you too.
A lot of your relatives come down.
This is Mark 8 and 35. For whosoever will save his life shall lose it, but whosoever shall lose his life for my sake and the gospel, the same shall save it. So you really gotta. We don't have a fucking life. You gotta be in that spiritual world. Fuck it. Whatever happens, man. You know. You understand? You're not living. How am I living? I spend fucking 50 plus hours a week at work.
Yeah.
By the time you get paid, half that money's gone. You're struggling to pay bills.
Right.
It don't make sense.
I mean, and to be honest, if I could add too, I mean, how much money do you really need? Because you don't have to shoot for the stars as far as trying to be an athlete, because really that's unrealistic. It's ever so how many people that want to play in the NFL, but the draft pick, I think you only get about how many? A year? 100? I don't know the numbers. You know what I'm saying? But you could make more money, or just about the same amount of money if you went and got a trade. If you was a plumber, if you was an electrician, if you was, you know what I'm saying? So you don't have to go into those brackets of trying to be in Hollywood and shit. You know what I mean? These motherfuckers just choose to want to be, you know what I'm saying? Either they groomed up from children, their parents want to see them because they want to live through them. You know, they want to live through their children. You know what I mean? For some shit that they couldn't accomplish, you see?
It says, for what shall it profit a man if he shall gain the whole world and lose his own soul?
Right.
That's what's happening. A lot of our people have sold out, made contracts with the devil. They have gained the world. They got fancy, jets, airplanes and shit. Got 25 vehicles in the garage.
Yeah.
3 different homes in 3 different states.
Yeah, that comes with a price.
You know?
You know what I'm saying? And it's ink and blood. Like you said, it's a contract to get into those higher echelons, those higher brackets. You know what I'm saying? A hit after hit after hit. Like a Beyonce, a Jay-Z, hit after hit. You know what I'm saying? It's a spell that's cast out to the people. I got a little bit more on that First Peter's. Oh, this is good. This is First Peter's 4 and 19, and it says, "Wherefore let them that suffer according to the will of the Most High commit to the keeping of their souls to Him in well doing, as unto a faithful Creator." See there? So that's we have to commit to the suffering. We have to commit, you know what I'm saying, our souls into doing well, the well doing, as unto the faithful Creator, And that was it.
Another thing you gotta be adaptable.
Yeah.
Just gotta roll with the punches, man.
Yeah.
You know. What's got anything else?
Nope.
With that, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory unto
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, and Kakadash.
hopeful election.
Shalom.